Appreciate that. Last minute change. Thank you.
KTVI, we're 5 minutes from kickoff. San Diego FC will face off against New York Red Bulls on match field 1, and the Portland Timbers will play Charlotte FC on match field 2. We also have club jerseys on sale today. Go check out the Ryzen and classic football short cabanas behind Endline bleachers on match field 1. Go grab some rad jerseys and we'll see you at kickoff.
Another day in paradise at the Coachella Valley Invitational. Glorious 68-degree morning for the preseason finale between the Portland Timbers and Charlotte FC. I'm Isaac Lowenkron. These teams kick off Major League Soccer's 30th season 1 week from now, both in the Pacific Northwest, with the Timbers hosting the Vancouver Whitecaps at Providence Park, and Charlotte playing at Seattle. And these two teams have had a positive run here in Coachella. Portland 2-0-1 with a couple of shutouts. They've outscored their opponents 5-1. Charlotte FC, which is kicking off its 4th season of existence, played defending MLS Cup champion, the LA Galaxy, to a 2-2 draw last Sunday. And then in a closed-door friendly on Wednesday, they defeated Austin FC 1-0. And today, Charlotte fans will get to see the debut of Wilfried Zaha. He's in the starting lineup, acquired in January on loan from a team in Turkey after a very successful 10-year run in the Premier League in England. He played in Wednesday's game, but again, because it was behind closed doors, this is the first chance for Charlotte fans to get a chance to see him. And for the Portland Timbers, once again, Maxime Crépeau will be in goal for them. He and James Pantemis have alternated the goalkeeping duties at the start of this preseason event. The Portland Timbers today in the green uniforms. Their trademark look as they huddle up. They will be defending the goal to our right. And you can hear a good gathering of Portland fans from the Pacific Northwest. Charlotte FC in front of the reigning goalkeeper of the year in Major League Soccer, Cristian Kalina. In the light blue uniforms, will set up and defend the goal to our left, and the Portland Timbers will kick off to begin this match. Our referee is John Freeman, who nearly avoided getting drenched with a rogue sprinkler moments ago. Final preseason match. Portland Timbers open up their run in Coachella with a 2-1 win over San Jose back on the 5th of February. Then last Saturday, a scoreless draw with Chicago, and then this past Wednesday, a 3-0 victory over San Diego FC, the new expansion team in Major League Soccer. Starting on defense for Portland today, Dario Zuparic, Zach McGraw, Jamer Forey, and Kamal Miller. Diego Chara, David Ashala, Eric Miller, and Joao Ortiz are the midfielders. And Felipe Mora and Kevin Kelsey, who had a brilliant rookie campaign with FC Cincinnati last year, starting up front. 6 goals for him, and now one of the newcomers for the Portland Timbers. Kamal Miller under pressure. Ashala got shoved by Patrick Ajiman. He's starting up front with Liel Abada and the aforementioned Wilfried Zaha. Ajiman, Charlotte's leading scorer a year ago with 10 goals. Maxime Crépeau going long over the top for Kelsey, headed away from him, and it comes down to Liel Abada. Here's a chip for Ajiman. Ajiman is onside against Kamal Miller. And the pass taken away by Ashala. Ashala gets pressured by former Timber Eric Williamson. And Portland comes away. Forey to Diego Chara. And now Joao Ortiz on the run for Portland. This is Eric Miller. Diego Chara once more. It's been a Timber ever since day one when Portland came into Major League Soccer with the 2011 campaign. And escorted back to Crépeau. Played the first half in the opener against San Jose, the first hour against Chicago, and then Pantemis, James Pantemis, started on Wednesday against San Diego, and Maxime came in for the final 30 minutes. This is Tim Ream for Charlotte. And now Nathan Byrne. Williamson with a backdoor pass. Abada chases it down against Kamal Miller in the corner again. And the cross easily broken up by Zach McGraw. Beautiful 68-degree day. Just a perfect morning here at the Empire Polo Club. We're in Indio, California, about 120 miles east of Los Angeles. And again, it all starts for real next weekend. And for Portland, they'll be facing the team It knocked them out in the wild card match last year, the Vancouver Whitecaps at Providence Park. Next Sunday's match will be a 1 p.m. start, by the way. This is Malanda for Charlotte FC. Privet to Ream. And taken away by Diego Chara to Mora, who got the scoring started on Wednesday against San Diego. Kelsey switching the field for Jamur Forey. Back it goes to Ashala. Chested down by Ortiz. Mora near one of his comfort zones. The lob is headed out by Malanda. And out it goes for a Portland throw-in. Last report on Evander, MLS Best 11 last year, is that he is back in Portland, and no official announcement one way or the other about his future with the Timbers. Here's Forey shooting a beautiful ball just past Mora, and cleared by Charlotte upfield, and there is Wilfred Zaha, and he draws the game's first foul. Wilfred Zaha coming over to Major League Soccer, 32 years old. As we said, acquired from a team in Turkey, on loan in January. But the previous 10 years, 68 goals in the Premier League with Crystal Palace, Manchester United, and Cardiff City. That one is going to go out for a Portland throw-in. So Zaha took the field for the first time on Wednesday, but again, it was behind closed doors, so this is the first chance for Charlotte fans to see him. Kamal Miller back to Maxime Crépeau. Maxime started 20 of Portland's 35 matches last year. Felipe Mora, 14 goals last year and scored in the 14th minute on Wednesday against San Diego. All 5 of Portland's goals here in Coachella have been assisted. They had a spectacular passing day, in particular against San Diego on Wednesday. Ashala or Jamur Forey. And Charlotte coming back. Here's Abada. Abada scored a penalty kick goal against the Galaxy last Sunday. Long ball is headed away from Wilfred Zaha, backed up by Ream, pressured by Joao Ortiz. And now here's Pep Biel. Biel's got Ajiman and Abada. Biel against Miller. Can't get over how beautiful a morning it is here at Coachella. Ashala for Diego Chara. Portland in the dark green, Charlotte in the light blue. Here's a long pass. They love going long for Kelsey. He knocks it back to Mora. Charlotte has numbers back. Kevin Kelsey. And now it's Ortiz. Chara. Kamal Miller held by Ajiman but kept on going to Forey. Kamal Miller continues downfield. Good run by Jimmer. Bump from behind by Abada. Miller to the arc to Mora. It's around the spot where he scored on Wednesday and going to switch the field. Here's the cross from Miller. And Ashley Westwood gets ahead on it for Charlotte. Chara wearing the captain's armband to Zuparic. Zuparic absorbing the contact from Biel, and Williamson comes back for Charlotte to Ajiman. Patrick Ajiman. Crowd begins to buzz. Here's Biel with the cross, and Kamal Miller breaks it up. Settled by Zuparic, and Portland has it under control. Neither club has trailed yet here in Coachella. Chara wanted to go long. Boy, they do not need a reason to go long for Kevin Kelsey. They love targeting Kelsey with those long balls. He was offsides a ton of times on Wednesday against San Diego, but no harm done. They won it 3-0. Tim Ream. In the game against the Galaxy last Sunday, Tim Ream made an incredible save on the goal line. He dove into the goal mouth and headed the ball off the line when Kalina was caught out after a turnover. Abada for Ajiman, and twinkle toes by Zach McGraw denying the dangerous Ajimon a chance. Diego Chara saw a fan in the crowd with a sign that said Chara es un hero. Not much of a translation needed there. You might hear cheers out of context. That's because San Diego FC is facing the defending Eastern Conference champion New York Red Bulls on the south field right behind us, as you hear another out of context roar. In fact, some of the fans turning to look and see what's going on there. Here's Kelsey at midfield, and Westwood knocks it away, and Westwood wins it for Charlotte, and now it's controlled right back by Portland. Here comes Ashala for the Thorns. Taken away by Charlotte. Ashala down behind the play. Play continues. Rush for Ajimon, 1-on-3. Shara says, don't call a foul, and the referee says, okay, I won't. And it's captured by Portland's Maxime Crépeau. So Ashala's back up for Portland. Felipe Mora for Kelsey. Kelsey wants to switch the field, but it got redirected as he targeted Forey, and now Christian Kalina, reigning goalkeeper of the year in Major League Soccer. Kalina last year led Major League Soccer in save percentage, as 12 shutouts tied for the league lead. Goals against average of 1.09, which was third, and played every minute for Charlotte last year. Malanda across for Ream. Tim Ream up to Ajimon. Ajimon's debut for the U.S. national team could not have gone better in January. Played 2 games, scored in both of them, in wins over Venezuela and Costa Rica. Both these teams undefeated as we play in the preseason finale. No look pass by Biel for Ajimon. Here's a Bada turnaround pass to Ajimon, smothered. Great defense by Portland. They get out of it. Cleared by Jamer Forey. Ream trying to keep the pressure on. Here's Zaha taking on Eric Miller. Wilfred Zaha on the dance. The trailer is burned. Wide for Abada. Is it too hot to handle? And it is. It'll go out to the Portland Timbers. Well, that was our first real quality chance, although it didn't result in anything being on frame, thanks to excellent defense by Portland. Jamer Forey going to defer on the throw-in to Kamal Miller. The Portland Thorns last year scored 65 goals. That was tied for 4th in Major League Soccer. Eric Williamson, the former Timber, I believe I just called them the Thorns. I meant the Timbers, of course. Here's Burns to Ajimon, headed away. Taken down by Chara for Portland. Back pass upfield and sealed off nicely by Malanda for Charlotte. Here's Tim Ream for Westwood. Back to Ashley Westwood. And out she goes. It'll be a throw-in for Charlotte. Charlotte last year, the best record in franchise history. 14 wins, 11 losses, and 9 draws. Finished in 5th place in the Eastern Conference. And that is a foul. It'll be a free kick for Charlotte. As both players down there. And John Freeman checking out Zaha, who was the player down for Charlotte FC. And he'll remain down. And a Portland Timber down as well, needing a visit now from their athletic trainer, Paul Lombardo. So Zaha remaining down here for this Charlotte team. And last year lost in the first round in a thrilling series to Orlando City. 2-1. The final 2 matches decided on penalty kick shootouts. Charlotte won the second game with Ajimon and company in a shootout to keep the series alive. And then in the deciding third game, Zaha, Nathan Byrne, Eric Miller observing for Portland, as well as its keeper Maxime Crépeau. The third game was a thriller, but ended in heartbreaking fashion for Charlotte, as the injured Portland player, we're happy to report, is up, and it's Dario Zuparic. As they examine Zuparic's right leg, and I'll take a drink, and hopefully he'll be able to continue. But in that deciding game against Orlando City, Charlotte scored the first goal of the match in the 81st minute. Orlando awarded a penalty kick at the end of second half stoppage time. Kalina made the save, but Orlando scored on the rebound of the penalty kick and then went on to win it in a shootout. Zuparic off to the side of the field, so hopefully he'll be able to come in shortly, but for the moment, Charlotte up a player. Biel sending one wide. Pep Biel getting it back. And headed down and broken up. Still loose in the area. Right-footed shot kicked out by Crépeau. Volley blocked on the way in. It was volleyed by Williamson, the former Timber. Stout defense by Portland. And it's Charlotte that has the reputation for defense. Last year, they allowed the second fewest goals in Major League Soccer. Here's Forey winning it for Portland, but Forey gets called for the foul. And you can tell it is a pro-Portland crowd here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. So Forey gets called for the foul as a fan jeers at Abada, you got beat. And there is Abada, happy to report that he's able to get up and continue. And also happy to report that Dario Zuparic is back in the game for the Portland Timbers. Preseason finale. Could not be a more perfect day, folks, in the Coachella Valley. Ashley Westwood lining up the free kick for Charlotte. Headed out by Portland, but here's Williamson for Charlotte. They're in the light blue, Portland of the dark green. This is Williamson, the former Timber. And Zuparic with the takeaway. Recaptured by Williamson to Byrne. And just over Malanda, and it'll go out for a Portland goal kick. Eric Williamson, acquired from Portland last month for allocation money after 6 campaigns with the Timbers. Zach McGraw will take the goal kick for Portland. David Bingham, who's Charlotte's number 2 goalkeeper, is a former Timber as well, in addition to defender Bill Tuiloma, who's not in the starting lineup, and we'll find out if he comes in as a substitute. Portland counterattacks. Here is Kelsey, left-footed shot, just wide of the left goal post. Goal kick for Charlotte. Well, the Portland fans appreciative of this chance in transition for Kevin Kelsey. And if you're a Portland fan, get used to this. Long direct passes, and the chip just wide of Kalina's net. Kevin Kelsey, 6 goals last year for FC Cincinnati. Long pass to Ajiman. He was being held up, and Portland recaptures. And they were going to call a foul. They call a foul on Portland because of Ajiman being held. But last season, Kelsey's 6 goals as a rookie came in just 23 appearances. He was technically on loan from a team in Ukraine, and Portland acquired him at a transfer in January from said team in Ukraine. Ream, who played at the World Cup for Team USA in 2022. Tim started all 4 of their matches before they eventually went out of the round of 16. Felipe Mora for Chara. Waiting for it is Miller. Zuparic, hurt earlier, but back in form now. Cross they go to Forey, right to the boot. Joao Ortiz for Diego Chara. Chara going to shoot one wide. Eric Miller is stopped by Ream. And Zuparic lets it go out. And once more thrown for the Portland Timbers. And these teams will both open up in the Pacific Northwest. Rematch of the wild card match last year for the Timbers. They will host the Vancouver Whitecaps at Providence Park. While Charlotte FC will be at Lumen Field in Seattle to take on the Sounders. That'll be next Saturday. Zuparic for Portland. And then Charlotte will play its home opener on March the 1st against Atlanta United. Kamal Miller for Forey. Jamer Forey, acquired very recently, February 4th, from a team in Colombia. This is Kamal Miller for Forey. Forey's pass to Ortiz, take it away, and back comes Williamson. Westwood for Abada. Abada approaches Forey, gets cut off of the pass, back to Williamson. He's going to switch the field for Ream. Ream in his second season back in MLS after 12 years in England. Williamson for Abada. He's got Byrne wide. He's got Ajiman lurking in the area. Williamson healed back, but Kamal Miller is taken down by Williamson, and that's a foul. And Miller not amused. Boy, no wonder everybody wants to come here for the preseason. Just cannot get over how nice of a morning it is here at the Empire Polo Club, Indio, California. 2 of 14 MLS teams here. We'll have 6 National Women's Soccer League teams here beginning tomorrow, including the Portland Thorns. All right, here comes Zach McGraw. Ashala with a back pass to Zach. Portland last year, we said they were tied for 4th in the league in goals, as the foul called on Ream. They were also tied for 3rd in the league in assists. And all 5 of the goals they've scored here in their 3 previous matches have drawn assists. Put on quite a show in their 3-0 win. Here's a slow back pass, but Kalina says, "You might panic, but I won't." And here comes Charlotte, just past Williamson. Backed up by Miller to Jamer Forey. Chara and Forey playing catch. Diego Chara, when he takes the field for the first time during the regular season, it'll be the 400th match of his career. Long pass over the top. Kelsey in the area, but the offside flag is up. And you knew that was coming. They might lead the league in offsides, but I don't particularly see a problem with that. It's going to work out and not be offside if you keep consistently going to him over the top. Here is Ream against Ashala. Ream for Charlotte going long. Ranging back is Zach McGraw, and he's going to try and shield it for Crapo to take over away from Zaha. Portland Timbers in the dark green. FC Charlotte in the light blue. Here is Diego Chara, originally from Colombia, but a Portland Timber from day one in Major League Soccer. Timbers' 15th year as a Major League Soccer franchise, but this is the 50th anniversary season for the Timbers overall franchise. They began in 1975 in the old NASL, the North American Soccer League. Their venerable home stadium, Providence Park. This is its 100th season of business. That stadium opened up in 1926. Renovated a number of times. Kamal Miller for Portland. Chara. And able to get out of it was Kelsey as Chara goes long. And Ream ranges back for it for Charlotte. Charlotte FC, meanwhile, kicking off its 4th season in Major League Soccer. They came into existence in 2022. These teams have only met once during the regular season, and it was actually last year at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Malanda sends it back to Kalina. Charlotte won that match 2-0. They will not meet during the regular season this year. This is Andrew Privet, 3rd-year defender. His proud parents sitting right next to us looking on. Came here from Maryland. Long pass over the top to Williamson. Flag stays down. Williamson smothered. Tries it again. Drops it back. Abada, the chip. Just wide. Best chance for Charlotte. And Portland will get a goal kick out of it. Williamson trying to score against his former team, but a sensational defensive play. It was Forey stopping his initial thrust, and then Abada just missed the upper 90. No, it's a preseason game, but it'll be special for Eric Williamson to get a chance to score a goal against his former team. Another nice crowd here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. Mostly Portland fans, but a considerable amount of light blue wearing Charlotte fans as well. Here is Forey. Felipe Mora. And Mora and Williamson have at it, and Williamson gets called for the foul. Charlotte came into this match off an outstanding defensive season, as we said last year, but Portland has made some really good defensive plays here in the first half. Neither team has trailed yet during their run at the Coachella Valley Invitational. This is the 4th game for Portland. They're 2-0-1. And Charlotte played defending MLS Cup champion Los Angeles Galaxy to a 2-2 tie last Sunday, and then 1-0 closed-door friendly win over Austin FC on Wednesday. That's a foul called on Kelsey. And he helps up Andrew Privet, which I'm sure Andrew's mom and dad appreciated. They chuckle, yes. All right, here's Malanda for FC Charlotte. Well, be at Seattle next Saturday. Malanda pressured by Mora, and back it goes to Kalina. Last season, the Portland Timbers had 3 players with at least 14 goals. Kamal Miller for Portland to break up to Chara. Chara with a lob, and Ream wins it back for Charlotte. A body into the center circle, and Chara takes over for the Timbers. Last year for Portland, you had Jonathan Rodriguez with 16, Evander with 15, and Mora had 14. That's 45 of their 65 goals. Jamer Forey double-teamed. Ashala. Whacks it, and a good trap by Joao Ortiz. Chara for Kelsey. To Kamal Miller, good little stretch here, possession for Portland. Wide for Forey. Forey got the cross away. Rejected by Malanda. And a throw in for Portland. Speaking of Jonathan Rodriguez, he has not played here at the CVI because of injury. Here's a pass for Kelsey and cleared away from him. And Portland will get a throw in. Phil Neville, the head coach of the Timbers, saying on Wednesday about Jonathan Rodriguez, at this moment in time, I think it's going to be weeks rather than days before Rodriguez can return. Led him with 16 goals last year. Maxime Crépeau. And ranging back forward is Ream. Christian Kalina. Malanda. Malanda had a good defensive game against the Galaxy here last Sunday. Adilson out of France. Playing catch with Privet. Back to Kalina. Again, Wilfred Zaha, as we speak, making his debut for Charlotte FC. He's out there wearing number 10. Head coaches of both of these teams entering their second campaigns respectively. The aforementioned Phil Neville at 48. Previously, before Portland, 2+ seasons as the head coach of Inter Miami. Long one for Ajiman. Ajiman battling with McGraw. McGraw takes him down at a free kick for Charlotte from just outside of the area. So, free kick chance here for Charlotte. Just under half an hour in. Biel and Abada are nearby. We haven't seen a card brandished yet, but it's a long conversation with John Freeman as Ajiman, meanwhile, catches up with Malanda. All right, set up that wall. It'll be Pep Biel initially standing over the ball. Westwood is there as we have a Portland player, Forey, just now getting up. Biel last year, 2 goals and 3 assists in just 9 matches for Charlotte FC. He and Westwood both over the ball. Pep was reacquired in January on loan through August from the Greek club Olympiakos. All right, we got Forey lying down on his back behind the wall as Biel and Westwood are over it. Biel takes the shot, and it scrapes the top of the crossbar. Crépeau wanted to go quickly on the goal kick. Well, the fast break went down the pipes. By the way, among other spectators here, not to take our word for it, but we have 2 drones above either goal side of the Times. Here's a near giveaway, but Ashala comes back for Portland. Best chances thus far by Charlotte. Timbers trying to change that with Kelsey. Runs into Williamson. Here's Forey with a chance for a cross, but it's offside. If you're a Portland fan, you've heard that David da Costa, 24-year-old midfielder from Portugal, who spent the last 5 years playing with Lens in Ligue 1 in France. He is here with the team in Coachella, but nothing official about his status of being signed yet. He won't play today, but he is here. Evander, at last report, was back in Portland. Here's Kalina into the center circle. Ortiz for the Timbers. Eric Miller. And a reset to Zuparic. Gorgeous day, a tad breezy. And that's the price you pay for no clouds in the sky. Chara for Felipe Mora. Kamal Miller. Ashala Ajiman ranging back. David Ashala kept it out of Argentina. Now here's Zuparic. Ashala for Portland, wide for Miller. Miller all the way across to Forey. Forey with a volley and off the side netting. Cheeky strike by Jamur Forey. Acquired on February 4th. All the way across. Everyone thought he was going to cross it, and look at that. Wicked action on that ball. But just wide by a foot or so, if that. Zach McGraw wins that header. And Joao Ortiz wins the ball. Look at Kelsey getting held by Privet. And Portland reorganizes. This is Forey. Kamal Miller. Kelsey. And could not really get squared away to get a shot, and it's cleared by Charlotte. Ajiman fighting McGraw. And a joust for the ball, and Portland stops Charlotte in transition. Ashala up to Forey. Ajiman slow in getting up. Forey got around Byrne. Forey, beautiful pass down the middle, and offside. Yeah, don't be surprised if Portland leads the league in offsides this year. But those are mistakes out of commission, not omission. You got to love the aggressiveness, the directness. Because they were offside a bunch on Wednesday, and they still had 3 goals in that match, and all of them were assisted. 2 of those goals came off the bench by Gage Guerra in the second half. Portland putting on some pressure here. And Charlotte breaks it. This is Pep Biel for Williamson. Williamson against Chara. Longtime teammates, and now it's Biel. Biel on Ashala. Got the chip. Ream for Westwood. And broken up from Biel. Ashala comes back for Portland. Getting in the way was Williamson. Waiting for it to come down. Just over Ajiman. Flared back, but here's Ajiman healing it. Biel at the arc. Quick shot. And Crepeau is ready for it. There is Pep Biel. Did not appear in last Sunday's match against the Galaxy. Crepeau, long pass, served right to the foot of Forey. Zach McGraw. Grew up not far from here, relatively speaking. Torrance, California, in the LA area. At 120 miles west of here. Pressuring is Abada, but Kamal Miller stayed cool. Crepeau off the reset. Crepeau and James Pantemis have split each game in goal for Portland thus far. Joao Ortiz. Wide for Eric Miller against Ream. Over Kelsey, but here's Forey. Ream measured it, but it goes to Chara. Diego Chara. Nice pass from Mora. Turnaround shot. And Kalina let it go wide. About 8 minutes to go in the first half of the preseason finale. Both of these teams undefeated thus far at Coachella. Eric Williamson had a chance earlier against his former team. Charlotte last year, as we said, best record in franchise history. Most goals in franchise history, fewest goals allowed in franchise history. Charlotte FC has improved its point total each year they've been in the league. Here is Byrne, getting the cross away for Ajiman, but Crepeau says, not so fast, my friend. Outlet pass to Joao Ortiz. Diego Chara. Ortiz with the back pass. Zuparic. Ajimon all over him. He loses his balance. And they're going to call the foul, but it's against Zuparic, and it'll be a free kick for Charlotte. John Freeman, our referee, as this free kick will come from just outside a corner of the area. BL and Westwood are both over the ball for Charlotte. Most of the offensive chances here in the first half have been for Charlotte FC. Next weekend, it all counts for real. Both these teams in the Pacific Northwest, and it'll be Westwood over the ball. Wearing the captain's armband, Malanda, Ream, Ajimon, Privet among those in the area. There's the chip, and volleyed wide by Malanda. You might have heard a whistle there as the ball went into the mixer, but the whistle was from the other field. This is the north field right now. San Diego FC and the New York Red Bulls, the defending Eastern Conference champions, going at it on the south field in their preseason finale. So again, you'll sometimes hear whistles and crowd reactions out of context, as it were. Maxime Crepeau, first half against San Jose, about an hour against Chicago, and then came off the bench for the final 30 minutes on Wednesday. So we'll find out what Portland does in the second half with its goalkeeping. The mix between Crepeau and Pantemis. Long pass for Abada. And Zach McGraw's been all over the place today. This is Pep BL for Charlotte. BL for Abada, wide to Byrne. BL for Westwood. Ream being pursued, and the pressure by Ortiz results in it going out, and Charlotte will keep the ball. Into Ream. Zaha goes down. Slow in getting up, no foul called. And Zuparic. Ream shuts it down to Wilfred Zaha. He's tripped up by Miller, no foul called, and Kelsey comes away. More alongside him, but Charlotte's defense was back. Miller for Chara. Forey setting up for the switch of the field. There he is. You always count on him, knowing he's going to be there. Forey's cross is blocked. Blocked by Byrne, but it earns a corner kick for the Portland Timbers. About 4 minutes to go first half. Never too much stoppage time here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. And this will be Ashala taking the corner kick. Ortiz is available short. And John Freeman positioning some players right there in the goal box. All right. Ashala's turn. Headed high towards the goal mouth, and Kamal Miller heads it wide of the line. And Christian Kalina takes over for Charlotte. Kalina played every minute last season, played the full 90 against the Galaxy last Sunday, and then in the closed-door friendly, it was David Bingham, the former Timber, who got the start in that game. Charlotte won that game behind closed doors on a Brant Bronico goal. We are yet to see Bronico and his trademark modern mullet, but he's proven that he's going to be ready for his 8th Major League Soccer season. As Bronico also scored a goal in that 2-2 tie against the Galaxy on a beautiful volley from the arc. Just over 2 to go in the first half. Zaha and draws the foul. Ashala said, "What? I didn't do anything. I was just in his way." John Freeman says that might be true, but it's still a foul. So free kick for Charlotte. Final match of the preseason. Neither team has trailed yet here in Coachella. And it'll be Ashley Westwood taking it. Charlotte in the light blue, Portland in the dark green. Westwood looked like he was going to take a short for a second there. Chip by Westwood. Headed away from Mareem. Westwood saves. Biel for Zaha. Zaha takes on Miller. Westwood back to Zaha at the end line. Zaha fanned on it, and Ortiz comes away for Portland. Backed up by Eric Williamson. Here's Pep Biel being held up by Ortiz, no foul. Biel in the corner, good slide tackle by Dario Zuparic. Parachutes it upfield for Kelsey, battling Williamson. Oh man, Williamson sends Kelsey spilling, and a foul called on Williamson. No card will come out here, and Kelsey, we're happy to say, is back up on his feet. Boy, is Kevin Kelsey an intriguing addition for this Portland club. As we said, his 6 goals last year came in just 23 appearances. His 6 goals, the most goals of any teenager in Major League Soccer last year. By the way, 6'4", if you're wondering, 3 of his 6 goals came on headers. First half whistle is going to sound at any moment, and there it is. Scoreless at halftime. Preseason finale. Portland Timbers and Charlotte FC. We'll recap the first half after these from the 2025 Coachella Valley Invitational. Halftime at the Coachella Valley Invitational, Empire Polo Club, Indio, California. The preseason finale, Charlotte FC and the Portland Timbers are scoreless. MLS's 30th season will kick off next weekend And Portland and Charlotte both came into this match undefeated here at the CVI. Portland 2-0-1, outscoring its foes 5-1. Charlotte, meanwhile, a 2-2 tie with the defending MLS champion LA Galaxy last Sunday, and Charlotte in the first half had the majority of the chances, but Portland strong defensive showing in the first half. We'll take a quick timeout and then run down the CVI scoreboard. This is the 2025 Coachella Valley Invitational. Guys, I'm stepping out. I'll be right back. Charlotte FC and the Portland Timbers scoreless at halftime in the preseason finale here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. Right now on the South Field, Major League Soccer's 30th team, San Diego FC, the expansion side, has a 3-0 halftime lead over the defending Eastern Conference champion, New York Red Bulls. How about that? Thrilling result so far for fans of the new expansion team. Then at high noon, the defending MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy will take on the Chicago Fire. And at 2 p.m. Pacific time, it'll be Minnesota United against New York City FC. And then for all 14 of these teams, it'll be on to the regular season. We'll recount the first half highlights after these. No score, Charlotte and Portland. This is the 2025 Coachella Valley Invitational. Charlotte FC and the Portland Timbers scoreless at halftime here at the Coachella Valley Invitational in the preseason finale, but it was not for a lack of trying for both teams. The dangerous Patrick Ajiman causing havoc, but then smothered by some great play by Portland's defenders throughout the first half. Charlotte had most of the chances, but Portland's team defense putting on some punishment there, but doing well to keep Charlotte away from goal. This one a loose ball, but once again, Portland able to clog the middle, and Maxime Crépeau, that was really his most difficult save. Portland aggressive all half long, going direct. Kevin Kelsey, their favorite target. This one he sent wide to the reigning goalkeeper of the year in Major League Soccer, Christian Kalina. And then Charlotte says, hey, let's go long too. This is the former Timber, Eric Williamson, but Jamer Forey came back and made a terrific defensive play as Forey was in hot pursuit, and you can see him stop Williamson from even getting it on goal, but then Abada's chip just missed the top shelf. So some great chances for Charlotte. Jamer Forey had a good first half as well. Patrick Ajiman, the main man for Charlotte, taken down there. And it forced one of many free kicks for FC Charlotte. And on this particular chance, Malanda just missed a sliding redirection to the back post. So as you can see, most of the chances in the first half were by Charlotte, but it was Zuparic with a strong slide tackle there. What does the second half have in store? We'll kick it off after these. Charlotte and Portland about to kick off the second half here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. Preseason finale for both of these teams. Adilson Malanda and Charlotte coming off a 2-2 draw last Sunday against defending MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy. And then winning a closed-door friendly against Austin FC on Wednesday, 1-0. Portland 2-0-1. Here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. Charlotte in the light blue will kick off to begin the second half. Portland in the dark green. And how about this? Neither team made a substitution at halftime here in this preseason finale, and that includes the goalkeepers. Christian Kalina, reigning goalkeeper of the year in Major League Soccer, still in net for Charlotte FC to our right. No surprise, he played every minute last season. Wilfred Zaha drawing the foul on Eric Miller at midfield as Wilfred makes his Charlotte debut in front of fans. He did appear in that closed-door match on Wednesday against Austin FC. Maxime Crépeau defending the net to our left for the Portland Timbers. Although James Pantemis has split time with Crépeau in the three prior matches that Portland has played here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. We'll see if we see Pantemis later, maybe around the 1 hour mark. But for the moment, no substitutions made by either team. More for Portland to Kelsey. Jamer Forey had a solid first half at both ends of the field. Or the Portland Timbers. As we said, a pair of second-year head coaches, Phil Neville, the head coach of the Timbers, and the perfectly named for the head coach of a team in North Carolina, Dean Smith. This one, 53 years old. In his second year as the head coach of Charlotte FC. There could not be a better name as far as legacy and coaching in the state of North Carolina than Dean Smith. Now, this one is from West Bromwich, England. Previously, the head coach of Leicester City, Norwich City, and Aston Villa in England. There's a foul on Chara. As Wilfred Zaha not only fouled, but I think he slipped on the grass. They water the grass at halftime, of course. Final half of the preseason for both of these teams. And it's been a promising and strong showing for the Portland Timbers. And Charlotte had not trailed either. Did not trail against the Galaxy last Sunday. Joao Ortiz on the run for Portland, rifling one. Well wide though, but a lot of power on that shot by Joao Ortiz. Check out the velocity on this look by Ortiz. Took off, but unfortunately it also took off well to the side. Kalina pressured by Mora. Long one for Kelsey, fighting Malanda. I beg your pardon, for Ajimon, he was fighting McGraw. And ranging back for it is Forey. Forey for Miller for Portland. Up to Kelsey. Kelsey against Malanda there. Kelsey for Forey. Ashala stopped by Westwood. Ashley Westwood wearing the captain's armband for Charlotte to Ajimon. Ajimon gets pushed by McGraw. Two of them have been pretty handsy today. And John Freeman says, hold on here for a second. And we have a Charlotte player who's slow in getting up. Down in a crouch. And it's Liel Abada. And Abada is going to require a brief visit from Charlotte's athletic training staff. As we said, Liel Abada scored a penalty kick goal against the Galaxy, and he drew the foul himself for that penalty kick. And then last year, as a rookie, was Charlotte FC's second leading scorer with 7 goals on Ajimon's 10. So Abada's going to come over to the side. And Liel's 7 goals, by the way, came in only 24 matches. From Israel originally, and before coming to Major League Soccer, he played for 3 seasons in Scotland. So we'll keep our eye on Abada and let you know when he reports back into the match. All right, Ashley Westwood lining up for the free kick, and this one will be taken over again for FC Charlotte. No score in this one. Final half of the preseason. Ajimon lines it up. The header is going to be cleared out by Portland. Here is Tim Ream. Williamson. Westwood. Here's Malanda. Malanda chipping it across. Ream kept it in, under pressure, and able to keep possession for Charlotte. Williamson. Wilfred Zaha. And Zaha goes down and a foul called. And we got our first card of the match. And a free kick coming up for Charlotte. And Charlotte has had most of the chances. There's Zuparic, who got booked. First chance for Charlotte fans to see Wilfred Zaha. As we said previously, with a team in Turkey who is now on loan with Charlotte. But during the 10 years that Wilfred was in the Premier League, 68 goals for Crystal Palace, Manchester United, and Cardiff City. So as per usual, it'll be Charlotte's Westwood over the ball. Into the mixer. Volley just wide. Another chance for Eric Williamson against his former team. Remember, these teams will not see each other during the regular season this year. So this was the only opportunity for Eric to face his former club. Kalina the goal kick for Charlotte. Here's Westwood off the takeaway to Zaha. Zaha was going to get it back but went down, and no foul call. Chara comes away for Portland in transition. Miller for Ortiz. Back to Miller. Spun around is Ortiz by Zaha, and Wilfred got called for the foul. Ah, yes, the dark arts. Here's Felipe Mora. 14 goals last year for the Portland Timbers. Diego Chara. Ashala for Forey. And reset by Kamal Miller all the way back to Crepeau. And now it's Zuparic. 50th anniversary season for the Portland Timbers. And now in their 15th season in Major League Soccer. They won it all in 2015, beating Columbus for the MLS Cup. Pep Biel for Charlotte, looking for Zaha. Wilfred Zaha the move, bumped at the arc, and no foul called. Portland comes back with Chara. Portland made it to the championship game on two other occasions. Back in 2021, they lost to New York City FC in a shootout. And then in 2018, lost to Atlanta United. This one comes down to Miller. It bounced over Ream. Ortiz with a backdoor pass to Miller, but sweeping in is Privet. He broke it up, but couldn't keep it in. And Portland earns itself a corner kick. We're about 5 minutes away from likely having at least some substitutions, as is customary here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. Breezy, but otherwise glorious 68-degree day. You've got palm trees, you've got mountains, snow-covered mountains well off in the distance. And meanwhile in the foreground, this is Ashala with the corner kick. Far post. Comes down to Miller, who lines it up. Headed out by Ajima. Chara mixing it up. Stopped by Williamson, jousts for the ball, and it's won by Miller. He sends it rocketing over the goal line. As Charlotte gets the ball, but they're denied a transition opportunity. Good play there by Eric Miller. 12th year in Major League Soccer with one career goal, and that came last year, and it was a big one for Portland. It salvaged a tie at Sporting KC in the 81st minute back last April. Here's a chance for Portland to the area. Kelsey cleared away from him. We have our first substitution of the match. It's Kerwin Vargas. Oh, that's got to be a yellow card. It is. Yellow card all the way on Zach McGraw. Zach McGraw with spin cycle treatment right there. That's the second yellow card called on Portland. And McGraw saying, what? Who, me? What did I do? Portland has been involved in a number of physical exchanges and warm tempers as Zaha and McGraw compare notes. Good thing I can't read lips. Boy, Zaha is hot under the collar. This is not the debut of Portland in having conflicts with opponents here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. Got into it with San Diego on Wednesday. John Freeman, the referee, trying to cool off Zaha there. But the yellow card shown to Zach McGraw. Maybe it's a good thing these clubs won't see each other during the regular season. All right, Westwood will take the free kick. Malanda. Privet for Ream. Charlotte in the light blue, Portland in the dark green. Zaha getting hacked, but a good spin move on Joao Ortiz. As Ortiz was trying to hack him, but couldn't get to him. Malanda for Charlotte. Hustling after it now is Pep Biel. Back to Ream. Ream wide for Zaha. Ream once more. Nice move by Biel, shaking free, spins again. Biel, backdoor for Ajimon. He gets clipped out away from the ball and no foul call. So now it's another attempt and a reset for Portland. Going to be two intriguing teams. Went out of the postseason early last year. Long pass for Kelsey. Kelsey against Malanda. And Kelsey able to double back. Can't shake Malanda. Sideline helping out Malanda. Kelsey double teamed in the corner. And is able to earn a corner kick for Portland. Much to the glee of this pro-Portland crowd. Getting ready for what they hope is revenge against the Vancouver Whitecaps next Sunday at one of the cathedrals of soccer in this country, Providence Park. Ashala will take the corner kick. Headed out by Ream. Comes down to Ortiz. Wide for Ashala. Can he get the cross away? Blocked by Vargas. And it's going to be another corner kick for Portland. Jameer Forey will take the corner kick. 22 years old from Columbia. Jameer just acquired on the 4th of February. Malanda heads it out for Charlotte. And it comes down, it'll be another throw-in for Portland. In case you just tuned in, no update on the Evander situation, but we have an update on substitutions. Portland about to bring 3 more into the match as they make their first set of substitutions here. That is Christian Paredes, who had an assist against San Diego on Wednesday, checking in. Paredes beginning his 8th year in Major League Soccer, and Finn Sermon going to make his Coachella Valley Invitational debut for the Portland Timbers. And Ariel Lassiter is checked into the match as well for Portland. He also had an assist against San Diego on Wednesday. Ariel Lassiter entering his 11th year in Major League Soccer. Pep Biel for Charlotte. Wide for Vargas. Vargas against Miller. This is Biel. A sizzler along the ground, and it's stopped by Maxime Crépeau. We mentioned Jonathan Rodriguez still recovering from injury for the Portland Timbers. Good for Portland to see Sermon in there. Juan Mosquera and Santiago Moreno continue to be out for Portland because of injuries. Mosquera, the only Timber to start every match last year. Paredes playing wide. Forey All the way to the other side. Miller trying to keep it in. And can't. It'll go out to Charlotte. Moreno, meanwhile, had 6 goals and 10 assists last year. So both Moreno and Mosquera remain out for the Portland Timbers in addition to Rodriguez. And as we said, we just right now seeing Finn Sermon making his Coachella Valley debut. Kalina for Charlotte. Going to be cleared out of there by Malanda, up to Ajimon, broken up by McGraw. Diego Chara. Broken up by Malanda. Here comes Ream. Wilfred Zaha. First chance for Charlotte fans to see him. Biel for Zaha. Zaha onside. Wilfred Zaha to the end line, and recovering is Miller to ditch it, but it's going to be a corner kick for Charlotte FC. Both of these teams trying to remain undefeated here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. Ashley Westwood will come over to take this corner kick. Ashley in his 3rd year with FC Charlotte after 10 in the Premier League. Back post and caught by Crapo. Maxine Crapo with Malanda lurking. Portland tries to go in transition, but intercepted by Vargas for Charlotte. Ajimon gets taken down on a foul. Forey gets called for that one. We also have a Portland player who's slow in getting up. It's turned into a pretty physical affair for a preseason match. Christian Paredes is okay. Demir Forey has been more than okay here at Coachella for Portland. Promising young player for the Timbers to enjoy. But for the moment, a free kick for Charlotte. Westwood and Biel are there. 30th season of Major League Soccer kicks off next weekend. Ream for Zaha, battling Sermon. Good physical battle between them, and this round goes to Finn Sermon of the Portland Timbers. Meanwhile, by the way, on the south field behind us, get this, San Diego FC, the expansion side, leading the defending Eastern Conference champion New York Red Bulls 5-0. So certainly a highlight of the preseason for San Diego fans who came up for this match after Portland beat them here on Wednesday 3-0. Vargas sending it wide. Byrne with the cross. Score! Kerwin Vargas on a give and go in the 65th minute. And FC Charlotte on a beautiful give and go takes a 1-0 lead. Vargas right in the sweet spot. So Kerwin, who had a career-high 6 goals last year for Charlotte FC, had a perfect pocket with the right quarter of the area. And Charlotte trying to hand Portland its first defeat here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. And Charlotte had the majority of chances in this match. All right, Portland has about 25 minutes to try and take one back. Crapo pressured by Ajimon. And Charlotte resets back to Kalina. So Kerwin Vargas, the only substitute so far for Charlotte, coming off the bench, and he gets the breakthrough goal. When Portland beat San Diego 3-0 here on Wednesday, 2 of the goals came off contributions from a substitute in Gage Guerra, who we have yet to see today. Kamal Miller, wide for Forey. Forey against Vargas. And Miller is jostled. Oh, he gets into it with Eric Williamson. Kamal Miller pushed Eric Williamson in the chest. Former teammates last year, but teammates no more apparently. All right, here's Finn Sermon for Portland to the dark green, Charlotte to the light blue. And stumbling after it was Lassiter as he lost his balance. Giles for the ball, no foul called as Westwood sent Miller spilling. Miller against Ream. Cross is blocked by Ream. Up it goes to Zaha. Back to Ream. Kerwin Vargas getting the goal for Charlotte just moments ago in the 65th minute. Here is Sermon. Zach McGraw to Paredes. Paredes has had a promising showing here at Coachella. Diego Chara going for the tie. Turnaround shot by Mora, just high! Felipe Mora from one of his favorite spots, but it did get touched en route, so Portland, with a chance for the tie, will get a corner kick out of it. Diego Chara getting it started. And the half turn, and yeah, Kalina had to get his palm on it, or else looked like it would have threatened to sneak in under the bar. So Lassiter will take this corner kick for Portland. Going to be run down by the Timbers and sent all the way back to Crapo in the center circle, pressured by Vargas. And Portland gets back on side. And Privet, with the box out, lets it go out as he winds up in a heap with Jamur Forey. And all's good with the 2 of them. That'll be a goal kick for Charlotte. And Charlotte, meanwhile, getting ready to make a substitution. And it'll be Brant Bronico coming into the match for Charlotte. Scored a goal on Wednesday in the closed-door friendly with Austin FC. Scored a goal against the LA Galaxy here last Sunday. And there you see it, the modern mullet in all its glory. Brant Bronico in his 8th year in Major League Soccer. Meanwhile, Kalina for Ajiman. Headed away from him, he took a spill. Eric Williamson comes away, being held up and a foul called on Portland. Brant Bronico's goal against the Galaxy last Sunday came on a beautiful volley from around the arc. And today's Charlotte's goal by Kerwin Vargas in the 65th minute. Goes out to Portland, last touch by Ream. The throw in, and Mora goes down, and that is a foul on Charlotte. And let's see if a card comes out. Nope. So Felipe Mora drawing the foul. Privet got called for it. And the Timbers go for the tie here in the 71st minute. No change in goal, by the way, for either club. Crapo and Pantemis had split each game in one way or another so far, but it looks like it's going to be Maxime going the distance today. Meanwhile, Lassiter calibrating this free kick. Zaha and Vargas form the wall as referee John Freeman positions everybody else. Lassiter, and it never got through to net. High bounce, and Zaha lets it go out. It'll be another corner kick for Portland. Ariel Lassiter signed in December, entering his 11th year in Major League Soccer, split time last year between CF Montreal and the Chicago Fire. Comes out to Paredes for Portland. And winning it is Privet. Privet tries to get around Paredes. Privet slips. And Portland's Ortiz takes over. Kamal Miller broken up by Bronico. Vargas to Ajiman. Flag stays down. Ajiman has Bronico. He gets shielded out. Crepeau comes out to block it. And it'll go out for a Charlotte corner kick. And Maxime Crepeau is hurt. I think that was a collision with his own player. So Crepeau stretching it out a little bit here for the Portland Timbers. And he is back up on his feet. We're happy to report. Meanwhile, it'll be a corner kick for that man, Ashley Westwood. The Charlotte goal coming in the 65th minute, courtesy of Kerwin Vargas, who was Charlotte's first substitution of the match. Vargas coming out to meet Westwood, takes the short corner, back to Westwood. And Portland trying to go in transition. Ortiz got around Westwood, but gets cut off by 3 Charlotte defenders as well as the sideline. And this one will go to Portland. Oh, look out. Vargas getting into it. Man, tempers have flared in all the games that Portland has been involved in thus far. A feisty, entertaining collection. This is the first time at Coachella that Portland has been in a trailing position. Miller for Forey. Forey gets bumped by Byrne. And that one's going to go to Charlotte because the offside flag was up. So next weekend, Major League Soccer's 30th season will kick off. Charlotte will be at Seattle next Saturday. Portland at Providence Park next Sunday. Here's Paredes taking it away. Paredes, 4 more, double teamed in the area and couldn't get one away. Bracketed and Ream clears it upfield. Portland gets it back. This is Chara. Paredes, slide tackle by Ream, no foul. And a delayed foul is called on Ream. And a yellow card eventually is brandished to Ream. 3rd yellow card here in a testy second half. As Paredes, the player fouled, was slow in getting up. And that the first yellow card issued to Charlotte FC. All right, another chance for Portland to go for the tie here on a set-piece opportunity. We got Paredes and Lassiter over the ball. Three yellow cards all in the second half. All right, all Ariel Lassiter's. First time he takes the field this season, it'll be the 150th regular season appearance of his MLS career. Lassiter blasted into the wall. Lassiter gets it back, but a lot of spin on it. Headed out by Byrne, and Williamson in transition is knocked down hard from behind by Forey. And Williamson says, come on. He got hacked down by Forey. Man, oh man. We got about 14 minutes to go, and both teams, I would say, especially Portland, are in regular season form when it comes to physicality. Might be a pleasant day for the spectators, but both of these teams are ready to roll in the regular season by the intensity and the hard feelings we've seen here in the second half. Only goal of the match, scored by Kerwin Vargas in the 76th minute. And this one will belong to Charlotte FC. Charlotte opening up at Seattle next Saturday, the home opener at Bank of America Stadium on Saturday, March 1st against Atlanta United. Tim Ream ready to throw it in, but Charlotte wants to make a substitution here. And Wilfred Zaha's stint for the day is going to go into the books as he comes over. Good first chance for Charlotte fans to see him. And Tiger Smalls, 23-year-old forward who has had a strong run here at Coachella. Assist on Wednesday against Austin FC for Charlotte FC. Here he comes into the match. Then against the Galaxy last Sunday, he hit the goalpost in the 89th minute. Inches away from winning that game against the defending Major League Soccer champs. And Portland will make one more substitution. Jabril Gianni will check into the match. 6 feet 5 inches tall out of France. There is Jabril Gianni. All right, back to business as Ream gets ready to throw it in. Privet being pursued by Lassiter. Long pass for the goal scorer Vargas, backed up by Miller for Portland. They're in the dark green, Charlotte in the light blue. Maxime Crépeau going the distance today. Malonda and Moore with the joust. And it's won by Privet. Ream over the top, over Ajiman. Kerwin Vargas going to head it back to Crépeau. Portland enjoying excellent fan support here at the Coachella Valley Invitational these last few weeks. I even saw Old Trapper here on Wednesday, as well as Timber Joey. Eric Miller keeps it in. Nice header to Paredes. And out it goes for a Charlotte throw-in. By the way, if you're in the Portland area, a reminder, tomorrow at noon, Portland will be hosting its annual Victory Log blessing at the World Forestry Center. Victory Log, really one of the coolest traditions in Major League Soccer. 12-foot log, and each time, as a foul is called on Portland at midfield, each time as Ajiman is the player hurt. And staying down for the moment, now pushing himself up. And we'll see if it'll need a visit by the athletic training staff for Charlotte. Patrick Ajiman, Charlotte's leading scorer last year with 10 goals. Able to get onto a knee, and happy to report that he's up. But the Portland Victory Log, whenever a Portland player scores a goal, or when a goalkeeper gets a shutout, they cut off a slice of the Victory Log with a chainsaw, and they present the slice to the player who scored a goal or the goalkeeper who got the shutout. One of the coolest traditions in Major League Soccer. And the Portland Timbers franchise, a franchise of tradition as they celebrate their 50th anniversary this year. Right now, however, it's Charlotte leading 1-0. About 10 to go in the preseason. Bounces over Bronico. Sermon back to get it and nudges it for Maxime Crépeau. So this will be the first time that Crépeau has gone the distance. Again, he started 20 of their 35 last year, including the wild card game. Pantemis started 15. Pantemis starting the wild card match as well as the last two of the regular season last year. Collision in midfield involving Forey. And the foul call will go Charlotte's way as Forey collided with Byrne. And Jamur is up. We're happy to report. A lot of newcomers. Going to be exciting for Portland fans, and Forey is one of them. He's made a name for himself this week at Coachella. And also looking forward to kind of regular season Kevin Kelsey's going to have, a constant threat on those long balls. Malanda for Charlotte. Trying to go 1-0-1 here, not including the closed-door victory over Austin FC on Wednesday. Kalina being pressured to Malanda. Malanda over the top. Ajiman and Vargas on the chase. And Chara with the trip up. And no foul called. It'll go out to Charlotte FC. Only goal of the match coming by Kerwin Vargas in the 65th minute. We're going to get another substitution. That is Eden Toklamati checking into the game for the first time, and he replaces Ajiman. Toklamati spent most of last year with Crown Legacy FC in MLS Next Pro, appeared in one match for an 18-minute stint with Charlotte FC. Kalina with the lob. McGraw. Oh, McGraw, an awkward landing there. Body's just flying over the field, particularly in the second half. And here comes Byrne for Charlotte. Byrne with Smalls available long on the other side. And he goes down in a heap, and it'll go to Charlotte. And Toklamati just into the match, and he pays a price. So free kick coming up here for Charlotte. Just over 6 minutes to go. And both of these teams have given their respective fan bases plenty of reason to be optimistic and hopeful going into 2025. Both teams have made the postseason last year, but went out early. Portland in a wild card match. Charlotte going the distance in the first round with Orlando City. Westwood will take this free kick. Ashley Westwood. And headed away from the line by Sermon. And it goes out over the sideline segment of the corner flag. It'll be a throw-in for Charlotte. Just over 5 minutes to go. And up 1-0. Ream will take his time. We mentioned this is Ream's second stint in Major League Soccer. His first back in 2010 and 2011 with the team that's on the other field here, trailing 5-0 to San Diego, the New York Red Bulls. Kicked away from Gianni, backed up by Privet, and Crepeau will handle the very high bounce. One note on the New York Red Bulls, their home stadium is no longer known as Red Bull Arena. A delay here. Crepeau speaking with referee John Freeman. I don't know if there's an issue with his gloves or what, but play stopped for the moment now. And Freeman's going to beckon someone over to help out Maxime. I don't know if this is a injury or an equipment issue with the Portland keeper. And he's going to come out of the match. And James Pantemis indeed will come in. So it'll be James Pantemis as Crepeau walks off for the final few minutes here as he held up his gloveless right hand there as play is restarted. So Pantemis does in fact get in, only for about 4 minutes or so here. And he's going long. Comes down to Paredes with Lassiter, but broken up and cleared away by Giangi. Just tuned in, Portland to the dark green, Charlotte in the light blue. The goal scored by Kerwin Vargas. We're mentioning the New York Red Bulls. Their home stadium, previously known as Red Bull Arena, is now known as Sports Illustrated Stadium because of a new naming rights arrangement, which is going to take some getting used to. Sports Illustrated Stadium. It is Red Bull Arena no longer. Meanwhile, Charlotte FC closing in on what they hope is an undefeated run at the Coachella Valley Invitational. Not only undefeated, but haven't trailed either. And they last out these last 3 minutes. Toklamati hopping in pain there, is able to continue. And Brant Bronico with the steal on Diego Chara, but Bronico gets called for the foul. We mentioned Bronico's trademark modern mullet. He was the first Charlotte player to ever get his own bobblehead. Kamal Miller for Portland. Across the field for Miller. Chance for Portland going for the tie here. This is Finn Sermon. Chara. Paredes. Paredes going for Lassiter, but gobbled up by Kalina. So they had Bronico's bobblehead night back in 2023. First ever Charlotte FC player to get their own bobblehead. And Bronico asked them if the bobblehead could have a mullet, just like he does in real life, and they obliged. Just under 2 minutes to go. Here's Tiger Smalls taking away for Charlotte. Smalls trying to get past Sermon. Smalls gets it back. Tiger Smalls puts it away for Charlotte FC. So he hit the goal post last Sunday against the LA Galaxy. But this time, he beats Pantemis for a 2-0 lead. And Tiger Smalls knew where he was going to go with it. Perfect placement on that shot by Smalls. And an impressive close to the Coachella Valley Invitational for Charlotte FC. 2 second-half goals against a team that had only yielded one in its first 3 matches here in Coachella. Miller trying to get one back in the final minute for Portland. Kerwin Vargas in the 65th. Tiger Smalls, who came so close to beating the LA Galaxy last Sunday. Now, can Portland get on the board? Ream flicks it away from Miller. Final seconds of the Coachella Valley Invitational. Toklamati. He's got Bronico. Bronico against Miller. Blocked by Kamal Miller. And back to Pantemis. Dangerous in the area, and Portland's able to get out of it. Match could end at any moment now, as we've reached full time. Maybe one more chance for Portland to get on the board. Ream takes it away. And Charlotte FC, with 2 second-half goals, wins the preseason finale over the Portland Timbers 2-0, completing an undefeated run at Coachella. Good show, good show. Nathan Byrne and Jamer Forey exchange pleasantries after an intense second half. Kerwin Vargas in the 65th minute. Tiger Smalls in the 89th. A shutout for Christian Kalina, reigning goalkeeper of the year in Major League Soccer. And now it's on to the regular season for both teams. Charlotte at Seattle next Saturday. The Portland Thorns hosting the Vancouver Whitecaps next Sunday. That's it for the Coachella Valley Invitational for Charlotte and Portland, and now it's on to the regular season. Major League Soccer's 30th, and a good show put on, especially in the second half with the intensity, a lot of physical exchanges, as both teams certainly got plenty of intensity and plenty of preparation for the 2025 Major League Soccer campaign. Final score in the preseason finale from the Coachella Valley Invitational, Charlotte FC 2, the Portland Timbers nothing. For our crew, this is Isaac Lowenkron saying so long from the 2025 Coachella Valley Invitational.